Hey guys! I actually hit the stop record button instead of the pause button last time. Yay! Hey everybody, what's happening? Shadow Kids, welcome back to more Pokemon Reborn. Last time, we pursued L into the underground stairway and discovered this ancient ruin, which he led us through. We also met a man named Adrian, or not a man, a asexual, both. We met a both. We met a both named Adrian, who seems to believe L's lies. However, they're coming around a bit. Speaking of which, hello L. Oh now, shall we begin? And suddenly everyone was here. As I thought, the door to the innermost segment will not open without all 4 keys. So, Adrian, you failed to detain them. I think there's some questions that need to be answered, L. Questions, answers. Such meaningless words of humans. This is a holy place. This is not the place for trifles such as those. Beyond this gate lies that from whose dreams our world unfolds. Behold, O unworthy ones, the birthplace of Arceus. Arceus, apparently. For it is known that the god of Pokemon did create unto the earth all other species. But wherefrom did the divine itself undertake its existence? For it is known that Pokemon are often found on voyage from space beyond our reach. Here, upon our earth, doth a meteor crash, bearing upon it our Lord. Here, in this sanctum, doth that very meteor lie. Yet, how vile it is that it should be buried so far beneath the filth known as Reborn City. My lord, I beg your forgiveness for humanity's sin. Ignosco venia defeco. Word. And yet, what if this door would open for us? What if Arceus could be born anew? For what might we use its holy power? To be enslaved by a 10-year-old child. But to cleanse this world and begin from pure innocence once again. If anything can be said to be heretical, I believe you just named it. And what does a deceiver as you know of declaiming heresy? Isn't it ironic for you to be saying that with that Pokemon standing by your side? Radamus, I've had more than enough of your constant lying. Why didn't you just admit what you did to poor Luna? That's right. Return Luna to me and I'll return your Gardevoir. If Gardevoir even wants to go back. If we're going to consider the wishes of those whose custody is in questions, let's not ignore Luna's adamant wish to remain with me. Such a wish is born in falsehood. You control her mind to make her say such things. Really, what a foolish accusation. I know it's true though. I was there when you did it. Radamus, you are an awful monster. I've always hated being your Pokemon. How long are you going to keep this up? I'm on a tight time frame here. Don't you even care about your Pokemon's feelings, Radamus? I'll second that question. If you don't really seem affected by its words at all. Except we all know that it's a she. Dude, or Adrian, if you're not going to respect a Pokemon's pronouns, why should anyone? Clearly, Pokemon has feelings. A Pokemon like that? Why should I care? Oh, he says such cruel things. Adrian, please protect me from him. I don't want to believe it, but maybe Radamus really did brainwash Luna. He is a callous and two-faced swine who has no moral compass. Better no moral compass at all than one that points south, L. One of the best measures of a person's worth is how they treat those in their power. Your Gardevoir truly seems to resent you, Radamus. I cannot agree that it should be returned to you. She! He's a she! And I think it would do well to release the spell on Luna as well. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Adrian. The way you say that is not an apology at all. Are you really that cold-hearted? Perhaps it's better judged by those who met Gardevoir with Luna. You mean you're asking whose side we're taking? If you choose to view it that way? I don't know. You don't seem to really care at all about Gardevoir, and you certainly didn't react when she was taken. You made jokes instead. On the other hand, Luna seems to really want to stay with you, but that could just be a trick. I don't get it at all. Chad, what do you think? Should we side with L or Radimus? I always choose Radimus. I do not know what the L option is, but I'm fairly sure it just ends the same way. By the way, at the end of this cutscene, a very long and arduous battle will take place. There'll be pain. Alright, I'll trust you on that one, Chad. Very good. I am relieved that I am not the only one whom this charade is transparent. Charade? What are you talking about? Isn't your reason for remaining with L all the accusations of my Gardevoir? Gardevoir? Word. However, you have never met her. But she's right there. She's been talking all along. Is she? Is she really? L? So you knew all along, did you? What? Ditto! Oh my god! It was a Ditto this whole time! Oh my god! Unlike the riddles in the Ruins Towers, light and truth do not always go hand in hand. As our friend Adrian just said moments ago, things aren't that black and white. Sometimes light can be even more blinding than darkness. And I, for one, think it would have been... Punched my microphone, sorry. I think it would have been silly to be taken in by the dramatic confession of a false Pokemon. That's why I was uninterested. You're as obstinate as ever, Radimus. But it is ironic that you would mention blindness. Look into my eyes. Your soul is stained with the blood of the innocent. Feel their pain. Their what? Wait. You mean to say you're blind? Not anymore, but I once was. Yet no sooner did I undertake a prayer to the Lord Arceus, did he bless me with my vision. I have followed his name ever since. Now I will deign to borrow his power once more. Can you feel it? The holy energy that charges this place? It emanates from the Stone of Arceus. Ditto. Embrace the Lord's blessing. Take the energy upon thyself. Opprimo oppressi oppressum. Adoro Cleo edix me divinitas. We will silence the heretics. Let judgment rain down upon thee. In thy qualms a new light awakens. Let it be thus revealed. Battle against L. They put us up against a level 75 Arceus. Unfortunately, none of our Pokemon can possibly outspeed it. And if Kara does somehow survive a single hit, we just won this. I hyped it up so much and I just... That wasn't even intentional. I usually have so much trouble with that fight. I usually have to either item spam or level a Pokemon up to 100 in order to deal, but... Dang! That was wonderful. Thou defiest me, thou defiest the Lord. As but a false idol, it cannot truly mimic the true Lord's power. Is that all then? Wait, so if that was Ditto, then where's the real Gardevoir? Where indeed? It looks like it's my move now. Gardevoir, teleport now. Ta-da! So that's the real Gardevoir. At your service, with me? Dearly, but we're not done yet. Hypnosis. Yes, master. Good night. Mwah. It's a one-hit KO. Indeed. That about makes this case closed. We'll take this one back down to the station. He has some time to do. Wait, I don't get it. If you could have just had Gardevoir teleport at any time, why bother coming all the way down here? Hadn't I said before? Simply because Luna asked me to. Yep, I could have escaped at any time. But oh, darling master was so afraid to save me. Don't I make a compelling damsel in distress? This Gardevoir is certainly more lively. Oh yeah, you were... Well, I will protect you and stuff. You're a cutie. But I would never leave my master. He's perfect. I can imagine her petting his face as she says that. Oh, well, I'm relieved. But really, you really shouldn't be so surprised. I was asked in the first place. Why should I be so concerned when the opposing king places himself in check? Bell tried to strike at me by using Gardevoir, but it was his mistake in underestimating her. Please hold your applause for me until after we're back in the comfort of home. On that note, I think it's about time we picked ourselves out here. Misspelled ourselves. Right, let's go. Now, we have to walk all the way down and back out. Oh, there's a rare candy here that I didn't even notice was there. Cleffa says... Oh, they already did the puzzle here. So, they actually put different individual puzzles that other characters have solved. Which is an interesting concept. But the question is... Oh, because Amethyst is close now. Look down here. Notice the pause? This is fun. Hey everybody. Come back and play again sometime, okay? Let's keep playing together for a long, long time. Isn't that right? You just had to pull the little girl stereotype, or little girl voice stereotype, didn't you, Reborn? Now our goal is to make it out of this cave. Blah blah blah. Going up here, going up here. And we go straight up and out and roll up, down, all around. Don't know what to do to get through. That's right, I just referenced the Shadow of the Hedgehog song. Sue Meek. Okay, if we go straight north, that's a wall, Shad, that's a wall. That's still a wall. That's the ladder. Go up the ladder. Thank you. God, my commentary is repetitive. Coming up north and in here. The gear's moving again. Ah, it feels good to be above ground again. I feel like I was down there for ages. Fresh air, come to me. Say, does anybody notice anything strange? The Grand Gate. It opened. What? But it's been sealed for years. Why would it open up now? I'ma check it out. Indeed, this is most curious. Ignore, repel. What's... it's the Grand Stairway. It kinda got a little roughed up by Team Meteor. No, I mean, where... I don't... Are you quite alright? I'm confused. Where are we? Reborn City. This is the North Obsidia Ward. Haven't you been here before? This isn't the city. This isn't Reborn. I thought there was... Where's the center? Where are the cabins important? The lake. It's brown. Who pooped in my lake? You must be new here. I'm not. I've lived in Reborn City my whole damn life. But this is not the city that I know. This place is disgusting. Nothing like the quiet city I grew up in. I think someone's gone a little Looney Tone. On the contrary, I have a somewhat different theory. Adrian, last time you saw the city, the lake was more properly colored. Is that right? Yes, it was a brilliant blue. That's why we named it Azarine Lake. Tell me what else you remember. Let's see, it used to be very lush. There were trees all over the place. This waterfall, the Celestine Cascade, poured down into a river that ran through the city. At the corner of the lake, there was a beautiful little port in my gym. Oh my goodness, what if something's happening in my gym? I've got to go there. I believe it would not be best to leave Zem alone right now. Z said that their gym was at the port. Wait, he's a gym leader? You finally figured it out? Of course, I knew all along. We did have a reserve, but it seems like Cell will be taking their position back now. Then, yep, Coral Ward Gym. Indeed, let's go. That man just suddenly appeared there. Our next destination is straight south. However, we have to get through these people again, of course. Oh, I already fought you. Crap! Okay, be right back. Well, that was easy. Okay, now we go straight south. That guy's going to battle us unless we avoid him, so let's avoid him. Coral Ward is our next destination. We go straight there. Poor guy must be traumatized right now. Or them, anyway. I don't know if I should say poor guy or girl or what, because poor them doesn't sound quite right. Or poor it, for that matter. This is a joke, right? No, too elaborate to be a joke. I must be dreaming. Were this but a dream, it would all be easier. Alas, it is not. I feel sick. Seal your nerve for a moment and answer me this. By your reaction, I can assume that you were not expecting to find this building in such a condition. Is that correct? When I left this morning, it was perfectly fine. None of this whole city is wrong, as I thought. Then allow me to tell you what I know about this gym. When the city was repopulated, Amethyst, leading the restoration project, designated several buildings to remain untouched. In general, these were historical artifacts that had left from long ago or other places of significance. This gym was one such building. After the city was restored from the blackouts and the earthquakes, it was left alone. Perhaps she believed that its original owner would come to attend to it. That would be you, correct? Blackouts? Earthquakes? This is all unheard of to you, yes? I'm really confused. Understandably. Then allow me to clarify another thing. A moment ago you said this morning that this gym was normal to you. Earlier you said you arrived at the ruin around an hour before us. Is that right? Yeah? I see. Then based on your description of this city and your testimony of what happened, I believe there is only one conclusion that can be reached. You've been frozen in time. I'm sorry, what? When you fell down into the ruin, as you said, how did you get there? I was checking something in the mechanical hall behind the grand gates. Something where somebody reported they had seen some kind of light shining through the floor. So I dismantled part of it and crawled down there. But I lost my footing and I fell underground. Following a natural tunnel, I eventually came to that place. When you say you were in the grand gates, does that mean you access them from the normal grand stairway? Yes, why? Then that confirms it. The gates have been operational for years. More than a decade ago, they suddenly ceased functioning. I don't remember anything like that. Of course not. You were inside the ruin that entire time. In fact, perhaps you were the cause of their malfunction. How does that make any sense? I based it on an only logical deduction. The gate did not function while he was inside. As soon as he left, they began working again. Although the method behind how that works is unclear, it is the only explanation we have. It seems like the light shining in the hall was coming from something underground. I had thought when I found it, it was the ruin. Perhaps the ruin and the gate became connected somehow. But that still doesn't explain how that could possibly stop time. If we were to believe what El told us about that being the site of Arceus' birth, there's no telling what kind of energy afflicts that place. It is possible the energy from the meteor concealed inside the ruin warped the flow of time. And then, shouldn't you have all been stuck in time with me too? Of valid concern, however, we had something you did not. Keys, the ruby ring and amethyst pendant. Perhaps their presence in the energy that they bear connected to the ruin was enough to unlock you from the spell. So I was underground for more than 10 years until you all found me, and I had no idea. It seems like an hour. This is a bad feeling. What are you going to do now? Well, I can't leave this place like this. You're going to try to fix You're going to try and fix your gym. You've got your work cut out for you. No, not the gym. I mean the whole damn city. You intend to fix the whole city? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Is there someone in charge I can speak to? Well, Amethyst is usually around the Grand Hall at the city center. Got it. Thanks. For getting me out there too, if that's indeed what happened. Good luck fixing the whole city. Maybe you'll want to stop time again to do that. Heh, yeah, maybe I will. See you all around. Well, that turned out to be an interesting ordeal. Yep, and this'll make a nice juicy story too. Before that, Gardevoir, I'll be needing you. These two still have gym battles to do after all. Ooh, well, if that's how it is. I'll be waiting back at the castle. Indeed, I will see you shortly. Hey Shad, do you want to walk with us back to the castle, or do you have other things to do? To the castle. And inside with us. And suddenly, he has a Gallade helmet. Gardevoir, you're back! But of course, my dear. Oh, how I've missed you. Now, don't you go disappearing off like that again, please. Pish posh, what's a girl without a little excitement in her life, hmm? Besides, I had my Gallade and Shining Armor come all the way down to rescue me. There was hardly much rescuing involved, but indeed, the perceived crisis has been averted. Oh, Master, you truly are wonderful. I am so pleased to be in service to you. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I am but a humble Gallade. Speaking of which, why do you keep changing to all these silly hats? You wound me. There's nothing silly about them. But to answer your question, why not? I simply choose the right hat for the right job. Isn't that sensible? I'm afraid the peasantry knows nothing of Master's divine taste of fashion. I find them most amusing, don't you think so? Yes, well, speaking of non-sequitur transitions, I have somebody to introduce you all to. Would you be so kind as to step aside, Shad? Please, enter. Everybody, I would like you to meet the estate's newest butler, Elias. I am pleased to serve. Do let me know if there's anything I may do to make your stay with us more comfortable. What? Ah, dear Luna, you look as if you've seen a ghost. It's not a ghost she's seen. It's her father. I'm confused by your words. Master is my father, and none other. Indeed, it is a strange thing to accuse our new attendant of. Elias, do tell, is that girl your daughter? She is not. And as she claims me to be her parent, I believe that this issue can be laid to rest. But I do not like the feeling of that person. You wish to leave. I beg your pardon. Luna, darling, come back. Oh dear. Have I offended? Through no fault of your own, surely. Pay it no mind. I understand that you have procured a certain rare object. Will you please give it to me? Yes, my lord. I believe this is the object to which you refer? That will be all. Dismissed. Understood, my lord. And El took it. Yes, you did say something to that effect. Then I meant to ask you, Shad, exactly how did you come by this object? Of course, I should know better than to ask such a question to a player character with no dialogue. Hey! So perhaps your friend will tell me. Wait, what did you just say? Will you tell me where this came from? It belongs to a friend of ours, and she'll be wanting that back, you know. Such a precious thing to lose. Believe me, none could understand better than I. But in understanding, it is with all my greatest sympathy that I will refuse to return it to you. For this once, I will implore you to acquiesce me on faith alone. I will keep this object, and you will not find your trust abused. Now, unto lighter matters. I believe we have a gym challenge to get on the way, do we not? Shad, you will find the doors to the challenge hall open. Best of luck to you. I'm beginning to doubt if siding with him was really the right thing to do. He acts so strange, and he just ran off with Anna's pendant like that. And the fact that Elias had it, doesn't that mean that he was... This is weird. Well, let's go forward. How's our Pokemon doing? Right, we need to heal up first. Stepping on ahead. We are here live at the Vanhanen Castle with the challenger, Shad, endeavoring to earn their 8th official Reborn League badge. Will he fly or will he fall? We'll find out soon, but the gym battle alone is not the only trial that has to await our eager hero. Master, would you do the honors? Naturally, allow me to explain. As you may have heard, Master is a world-renowned master of chess. Was I not about to do the honor? Sorry, Master, the floor is yours. And speaking of the floor, you will notice that it is arranged like a chessboard. Now, of course, it would be too unfair for me to ask you to face off against me in such a game. Fear not, I will not be so unscrupulous. Here, instead, is your task. Obeying the normal rules of each chess piece, arrange your pieces in such a way that I am placed in checkmate. There are also new restrictions on each of us. I may not move my pieces, however, you may not capture them. All pieces still are considered to be attacked their normal territory. In other words, you have an infinite number of turns to find a solution of checkmate, with my pieces locked into their present positions. When you think you have found a solution, please access the door below me to check. Finally, if you have any questions regarding the normal rules of pieces or play, my butler will address them in the room on the left. Best of luck to you. Now we want to go this way, and these are the chess pieces. Pawn, poniard, bishop, bishop, rook, rook, or golrook, knight, escavalier, queen, needle queen, king, needle king. If you have any questions, I will be happy to address them to my fullest ability. A pawn can only move forward, but can only attack spaces diagonally in front of it. Meaning, if it were standing this way facing me, it would be able to attack here and here, but not right here. Bishop can only move diagonally and can attack any place on its path. Say, if I were here, it could attack. If I were here, it could not. Bishops are also bound to one color block. Say, if it's on a black space, it cannot move to a white space. Rook can only move horizontally and attack things on its path. If I were standing right in front of it, it could attack me. If I were off to the left, it couldn't. Knight can only move in an L shape, like to here, 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 or here. Anything on the space that it moves to is under attack. Say, if I were here, it would attack. If I were here, it wouldn't. Queen can move anywhere. Being space like this, it can't attack you, but it can attack you from anywhere. King, you know, one space movement can attack pieces, but usually would end up putting it in check. You want to protect the king despite it being Needle King, which is typically extremely beefy. Anyway, that's all the pieces, and we've gone well over the usual time limit, so next time, next time on Pokemon Reborn, we're going to continue on and defeat Radamus. I will see you guys then. Shadicus, signing out.